Hey, it's Bey. It's time to upgrade my camera. So why did I choose this one out of all the other great options when the R5 is known for its overheating issue? The answer is obvious. I'm a straight up Canon fanboy. That's it. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm just joking. But I finally got the Canon EOS R5. I've been waiting forever for places to restock them, and now I have one in my hands. This is my unboxing and first impressions on this camera, but I also have a completely raw and kind of edited unboxing video with no commentary if you want to check that out. I personally love silent unboxing videos, so I thought I should provide one for you guys. You know where to look if you do. I was very excited because I already had purchased the accessories prior to purchasing the camera. I had a UHS 2 SD card from SanDisk. It's the Extreme Pro in 128GB, an extra battery, screen protectors, the Peak Design strap, as well as a UV filter and a variable ND filter. I still gotta get a CPL filter and a CF Express card, but I gotta save up more money first. Okay, for real this time. So why this camera? I could have gone for the A7S III, which I was actually so close to buying instead of the R5, or even the Sony A7C and just invested on a lot of expensive glass. Well, the A7 III is video focused, and I wanted something that could do both photos and videos. A hybrid shooter is what people are calling these types of cameras. I didn't go for the A7C because I wanted a future-proof camera. Don't get me wrong, the specs are still great on the A7C, but it pretty much has the same internals as an A7 III, which is 3 years old now. Even the tiny form factor and the articulating screen upgrade wasn't enough to convince me. I'm coming from a Canon EOS 70D, so this is a huge upgrade. The best thing that the 70D could do video-wise was 1080p at 30 FPS. Don't get me wrong, that was good back in 2012 and the autofocus was one of the best back in the day, but now there are much better cameras out there. 4K is slowly becoming the norm, although 1080p is still very usable today in my opinion, and you can check out my previous YouTube videos that I've made in 2020 for proof of that. So when I first turned the camera on, I immediately noticed how fast the autofocus was. It's super fast and super silent. I was completely blown away. I also noticed how much usable the footage was at higher ISOs. I never wanted to go above 400 ISO with the 70D due to the noise, but photos at 10,000 ISO on the R5 looks usable from the camera. I haven't really gotten a chance to look at the photos close up on my computer yet, so only time will tell. Now, the screen protectors. They're just plastic ones, but they do the job just fine. I never had any screen protectors on my 70D, and there are scratches all over the top display and the touchscreen. Keep in mind that my 70D has been well taken care of, babied even, but there are still scratches, so I wanted to purchase screen protectors for the R5 just in case I wanted to sell it in the future. These ones are from Expert Shield, and I really like that it comes with 2 pairs of screen protectors just in case you mess one up. I applied the top display screen protector perfectly. You can't even tell that there's a screen protector on it. The one on the touchscreen though is another story. There were a lot more bubbles initially, but I did let it sit and most of them went away. There's like 3 left that's towards the edges, but I'll take it. Something very dumb that I wanted to point out is that I didn't know how this lens hood worked at first. It has this little button on the side that you press whenever you're removing it, but I just wondered what that button was for initially. I figured it out after putting on the lens hood a couple of times, but it was a silly mistake. Before finding that out, I just used brute force to take it off, which was dumb. Don't do what I did. I took some photos and videos straight out of the box with nothing done in post, and the footage looks super sharp. I only shot at 1080p 24 FPS as well as taken some raw unedited photos of my tortoise and cats, but I do plan to shoot in C-Log once I figure out how to do that. The footage came out great, but I think I would have gotten better dynamic range if I had used a flatter picture profile. The 24-105 f4L is a great kit lens. It's super sharp, and the steady f4 throughout the whole zoom range is super convenient and versatile. I love being able to take pictures up close, but also being able to zoom into something really far when I need to. The more zoomed in you are, the more compression and bokeh you're able to get, so you can still get shots with a shallow depth of field. This thing is built like a tank, and it's not too heavy and large considering that I came from a 70D and the Sigma 18-35 1.8. That 70D setup is actually heavier than this R5 setup, which is crazy. The weight difference isn't much, but it's still technically heavier. This lens is amazing to take with you when traveling because of its zoom range. Remember when we could travel with no worries? Good times. The other big question is, will I be selling my 70D? Well, I'm not sure yet. There's really no wrong choice here because I'm going to continue to shoot 1080p for a little longer because CF Express cards are expensive. And the 70D is still a great B camera. However, if I do decide to sell it, I would have money to set aside for whenever I want to purchase another lens. And Canon RF lenses are pretty expensive. This is a camera that I'll definitely have to get used to. It feels like I have to relearn how to use a camera again coming from my 70D. When I do master this camera, I'll be able to shoot photos and tell stories a whole lot better. If you enjoyed, you know the drill. Make sure to subscribe because I just got the DJI RS2 and I'm going to post another silent unboxing of that as well as some other videos of it. Thanks for watching.